very much for tuning in. I wanted to kick it off a little bit old school. It's been a really weird year, and I've had a bunch of health problems and like sleeping 21 hours a day with just feeling awful. So I'm kind of getting that curved and sorted and figured out. I've been getting back to working on the car and getting stuff done on the car, which has been really, really good. I want to thank everybody for getting me to the 7,000 subscribers. It's a hell of a milestone, and there's no point in underplaying it. I appreciate it, and we're going to do a lot of really good things. I've definitely had the biggest month ever. I've got a new GoPro. I've done a whole bunch to the car, which I'm pretty excited to show you. I'm going to one of my photo spots right now. We're getting into the golden hour of the evening. Clouds are supposed to break. The sun could be potentially fantastic, so I'm going to go get in position and get ready, and we'll talk about it when we get there. To add in the video is how absolutely quiet and butter smooth this car drives on these Firestones. It is hard to believe the difference of ride comfort and quality. I cannot wait to get this thing out on the road and put some miles on it and just enjoy the peace and quiet. A little bit of wind noise, a little bit of music, a little bit of exhaust when it's in V8 mode accelerating. There's no drone, there's no howling, there's nothing. These things are whisper quiet. Welcome back to another video. The car feels like a whole new beast. This is it. I decided to go lighter on the graphics, which has been welcomed and received, so I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it does look pretty good. I did decide not to put the vinyl back underneath here. That was OEM. I thought, you know what, let's just do something a little different. The canards did go back on, obviously one of my favorite features. I've been saying it since day one, since I got them on, and they are back. But you will notice the wheels are different. This is a wheel combination I've been working on for a while, and it is actually off Illmatic's car that I've been chumming with since 2017. So these rims have been on the channel for 3 years, and now they're on my car. We are running 20 by 10 in the front, 20 by 11 in the rear. I took my 275s off the back and put them on the front because he was running 255s, which did give it a stretched look. Not something I was going for, so I did change them. They are still a little stretched. It's supposed to be a 285, and when I do buy new tires, I will be buying a 285 Firehawk for the front. But they do look pretty good. The wheel gaps do look pretty good. And I did reuse my center caps off my other rims, which again, I thought kind of just fit the theme. These are MRR replicas. The fronts have been recoated because there was some quality issues with MRR powder coating. I have no affiliation to MRR, and I've never worked with them, and I probably never will, but I am running MRR for now. As well as 5mm spacers. I did keep the spacers. I was a little on the fence, but as you can tell, the fitment, the top of the rim, is right with the top of the fender. It's got that really, really aggressive stance now, which makes me happy. The lightning bolt, what can I say? I know a lot of people tell me to take it off, but when I drive through town, every kid waves. Everybody's just so happy. Adults that watch cars and think cars, is a great franchise, just love it. They just love the fun you can have with it. Coming to the back, as I mentioned, 20 by 11s. These rims are not in perfect shape, but they are in good condition. He was running a 285 on the rear, which does give it a bit of a stretched look. Again, not my thing, but I am going to run it for now because there is a fair bit of life on these tires. They only had about 17,000 kilometers, and I anticipate them to last till 40, so we'll see how that goes. At any rate, my pretty mediocre, awful wax job is shining through. I'm using some new products that I don't really know how they work, but it is somewhat waxed, I think. I don't know if I'm supposed to hose it off again or what. I have no idea. I'm not a detailer, and I've never pretended to be one. Coming to the back, this is probably the biggest change. I went from a massive 4-inch stainless steel tip to these. These are Mbrp 4.5-inch carbon fiber tips. I am the first Camaro to have them. They sent them to me to test fit, and oh boy did I test fit them. I had to undo the entire system underneath, and I had to move everything around a 1/16 at a time until we got the fitment just right. As you can tell, it's not touching anywhere, but it's freaking tight. And then let's get the elephant in the room out of the way. We are also rocking the ACS Composites Rear Diffuser. I've been talking to them about this product for maybe 2 years now, 2.5 years, wanting to do a diffuser on the back. This ended up being it. Some of you did watch the installation video and know that this thing required some hacking and slashing, but we did get it. As you can tell, there's still a little bit of green painter's tape stuck on the hitch because it's just that tight of a fit. I got it to fit as snugly as I possibly could, and yeah, it just fits like a glove. It actually looks really good. My only thing is it's so subtle. It's almost too subtle. Like in person it looks one way, and when you're walking around you can see like the fins stick down a good 2.5-3 inches, but it doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't look the same from afar as I would have thought. So I'm contemplating putting a little bit of red vinyl on it or something. I'm also thinking about polishing up the inside of those tips, because that is also an option. So yeah, this car is getting some new stuff all the way around. It looks pretty interesting. It's definitely an evolutionary approach. I did, as you can tell, the freaking reverse lights are still on. I did swap those out for LEDs, and hell, they don't shut off. Apparently you need a harness that is worth 3 times what the bulbs are worth. So I'm avoiding that highway robbery for now, and then we'll see where we get to. Of course, some of my hitch mounts getting stuck on everything. Well, I pulled the reverse light down because I wanted to swap the bulb out for an LED, because I bought those for the reverse light. They're the license plate bulbs. Did find I had right there the inline connector with the shrink wrap. I had cut a wire on a speaker. Who knows when? I do not. The Scotch lock that I had put on there for tapping into my bait for my subwoofer, which still isn't working, but that's here nor there. I don't really care. I never actually finished tacking it to the top of the trunk. So I guess at some point while loading and unloading my long objects like my chair and my tripod and all my other stuff, I broke a wire and was down a speaker for quite a while. What else do we got? Sanitate wipes. Keep your hands clean when you're out working on the car. Stow and show license plate, of course. Cleaning towels, lots of cleaners, all that good stuff. The ACS wing, not really that new. Main reason I never noticed the wire being broken, I have not cleaned my interior. Oh, I want to say it's been 1.5 years. Spring of 2019 probably. Honestly, I just couldn't care less, so I just never bothered. Well, today I spent about 4 hours going over it and trying to get as much of the stuff off as I could and wiping everything down and wiping down the doors, and like, car's in immaculate shape. It just needed a little love, and I finally got around to doing it. Just one of those things, when your health goes and you're sleeping 21 hours a day and there's just no rhyme or reason, it's just awful. As you can tell, my wax job is just pitiful. You're supposed to spray it on and hose it off or something, but the first time you're supposed to wipe it, so I did. Car's got 84,200 something kilometers. No idea. Well, there comes the sun. Here comes golden hour. This is what I came for, which is beautiful. Under the hood, dirty. I have cleaned it. When I got it back from the body shop, I did give it a clean. The catch can's probably ready to be emptied again too. I haven't really been driving that much. Roto Fab Intake. I mean, it's held pretty strong ever since I got that new tube with the extra lip on each side. Made a big difference. Mishimoto oil cap. Someone asked me if it was leaking. It hasn't leaked. A little bit of salt stain and damage on the hood liner. Kind of looks ugly, to be honest. Now that I stand here and look at it while we're sharing, it does look pretty awful. But this car is driven and loved and enjoyed, and from afar it looks pretty good. 84,000 kilometers, 4 winters. This is its 4th summer. It's been through everything. For those that don't know, I got this signed by Al Oppenheiser, the fuel rail cover. So it's sitting in my room signed rather than being in the car getting destroyed, because inevitably this Camaro flake, it's like vinyl on it or paint or something, it will come off. It has come off, and that one's been replaced. So rather than keep going through that process, I just took it off and just left it off and said, screw it, we're not going to bother with that nonsense anymore. So yeah, car's running strong actually. Car's fuel economy and everything is, ooh-lee, that's some sunshine. That's what I came for. So that's it. This is a lot more video than I've been doing for a while, but I really did want you guys to have something to be updated with. I am going to do a big production like I always do. I just got to get some time to do it. I got to get all my cameras ready. We've got a private track day coming up. I'm not racing, but I am going. And yeah, that's it for now, I guess. The car feels like a whole new car. We finally changed the brakes, and it's running like a top. That's it for me, guys. Till next time, drive safe, take care, and behave, as always.